Hello, everybody. My name is Cool Breeze. I am a special education teacher who likes to give his perspective on what's happening in education. Today, we're going over this article about an AI school in Texas and what happens when you replace teachers. Some people think that computers and robots might replace teachers, but many believe that AI can help teachers instead. AI can do things like give students lessons that are just right for them, handle boring tasks like taking attendance, and make learning materials easier to get to. But others worry that AI isn't good at understanding feelings, showing care, or knowing what students need in a special way. That's something only human teachers are really good at. Teachers don't just give information, they inspire students, listen to them, and understand their feelings, and understand the world around them through a human perspective. As a teacher myself, I use technology in the classroom along with hands-on activities to engage students with their peers. Most people agree that AI should work together with teachers, not replace them completely. AI can make teaching better, but the caring and understanding that human teachers provide are still very important for students to learn and grow. This article goes over a recent trend in private schools replacing teachers with AI and placing human guides in schools instead. The days of dodging class or suffering from lack of motivation appear to be a thing of the past at Alpha School, a private pre-K through 8th grade institution that utilizes personalized artificial intelligence to teach an entire day of core academic lesson in just 2 hours. The tech-savvy students then spend their afternoons working on non-academic critical life skills like public speaking, financial literacy, or even how to ride a bike. Staff, known here as guides rather than teachers, say they strive to facilitate a sense of independence into each child while overseeing a supportive, nurturing environment like any attentive teacher in any solid school district in America. The innovative approach at South Texas campus, which opened in 2022, primarily aims to instill a love for learning into each young mind, co-founder Mackenzie Price told Newsweek in mid-April ahead of Alpha's expansion this fall. From a teacher's perspective, the integration of personalized AI to dramatically shorten academic lessons and free up time for life skills is an innovative approach that could boost student motivation and engagement. When students see that their education is tailored to their needs and interests, they may feel more invested and confident in learning. Additionally, focusing on non-academic skills like public speaking, financial literacy, or practical life skills and life activities can make education more relevant and inspiring for students, fostering a lifelong love of learning. For instance, me in my classroom, I really love doing anything when it comes to money and counting money because it's related to fractions, it's relating to halves, it's related to so many different aspects of math. And just getting that memorization of symbolism, this coin represents this amount, is such an important life skill. However, I also recognize that this model raises concerns about accessibility and equity. Such advanced technology and personalized approaches often require significant resources, which may only be available to students from wealthier families who can afford private schools like Alpha. This could widen the achievement gap as students in less privileged places might not have access to similar educational experiences. For example, my own school doesn't have access to certain programs, has broken devices with not enough chargers, and no classes related to computer skills. So me as the ELA teacher, I have to find ways to incorporate that into my lessons, whether it be using a keyboard website like Mavis Beacon or keyboard race typing, just getting a way for these students to acclimate and get those important computer skills because they're going to have to type for the rest of their lives. Like that is now a part of society, typing on a keyboard. A 2-hour school day. Once inside, it becomes clear that whatever is happening at the school, it's unique. In kindergarten, the students show a palpable level of excitement as 6-year-old Sarah Shipper collaborates with a dozen other classmates to solve a simple logic game. In the lesson, students deduce the correct path by jumping on colored dots to find the way across 6 multi-hued rows. Wide smiles, upbeat pop music, and gentle suggestions of where to hop next dominate the lively room. There's a little code, we aren't able to see it, the bubbly kindergartner said, and we have to guess it, and people can cheer for us and give us ideas for how to win. Sarah and her classmates encouraged each other to make bold choices at each pass, but had a sense of compassion for any wrong move. One girl suggested the cohort would grow from losing, while another boy kindly proposed a more collaborative approach along with less shouting. A 2-hour school day and working together as a team helps students stay interested, excited, and feel supported. But the problem might be that having only 2 hours of lessons each day could mean students don't get enough time to learn everything they need. Some ideas or skills, especially those that are hard or need a lot of practice, might not get enough attention. An example, in the New York City Department of Education, There are built-in interventions period for English, phonics, and math skills like regrouping, place value, understanding a central idea when it comes to ELA, or even learning letter blends like the TH blend, the SH blend, or the PH blend. Students with special needs, this shorter schedule might be even more challenging. They often need more time to understand new ideas or to practice what they learn. Because there's less time, they might not get the help they need to keep up with others or fully understand lessons. So while the short day can make learning fun and supportive, it's important to think about how it might affect students who need extra help. I'm thinking more of the students who need like physical therapy, speech therapy, occupational therapy, like general psychology, counseling. There's so much time that kind of stuff takes throughout the day. Cause I see it. I see a kid get like taken for ELA lesson, taken for a math lesson, taken for this lesson because they need to require those services, right? Because some parents don't have that access outside of school to do that. So having that extra time for them to learn is good, but I guess this school is figuring it out on their own with the material and the things that they have. The cooperative activity serves as a springboard into Alpha's AI-powered 2-hour learning platform where students use laptops for 30-minute sessions in core academic subjects, including math, English, science, and social studies. The personalized approach utilizes proprietary and third-party apps and allows students to master topics up to 5 times faster than traditional methods, Alpha claims. Sarah, who prefers Alpha's life skills workshops that come later in the day, said she wants to be a scientist and study microscopic things, insisting the tech-laden model will help her attain that goal while honing an unabashedly self-sufficient educational perspective. That we all work on computers, she said when asked what separated Alpha from most other public and private schools. Not all schools work on computers, and this is a very special school. Maybe all the other schools everywhere can work on computers. So this is where I want you to put on your tinfoil hat because we're going to get into more of a conspiracy theory. Beneath the surface lies a growing concern. Are these initiatives truly designed to benefit students, or are they veiled strategies to funnel money into corporate pockets? The push for integrating advanced tech into classrooms is less about student outcomes and more about lucrative market opportunities for tech giants. When schools are pressured to adopt mostly platforms and hardware, some of these questions arise. Are these investments justified by measurable improvements in learning, or are they primarily revenue streams for companies eager to capitalize on the education sector? Skeptics worry that some of these initiatives serve dual purposes. Product placement. Platforms and tools are subtly promoted as essential, creating dependency on specific products like IXL, math programs, ELA programs. Data harvesting. These programs may collect student data under the guise of personalization, raising privacy concerns, tracking data for who knows what to do who knows what with. Market expansion. By framing these skills as essential, companies position themselves as indispensable, ensuring ongoing revenue. It goes back to like product placement. By ensuring that this is in a school, which I've seen, you're creating a revenue stream for like dozens of years, maybe like 50 years or more. Think of scholastics, bro. Think of all these other school programs that are inside of your school or inside of your child's school or inside of the school you went to, right? How much money is made through education, through that constant revenue stream of, students need to go to school. Education is vital. The SpaceX connection. Roughly half of Alpha Brownsville students are children of SpaceX employees who work at the company's headquarters about 25 miles east. Billionaire Elon Musk is trying to formally incorporate the Cameron County community known as Boca Chica Village as Starbase, Texas. The SpaceX investment has helped boost the economy around Brownsville, which is home to about 185,000 people and among the poorer parts of Texas. More than a quarter of Brownsville residents live below the poverty line, about twice the national average. Alpha says this provides need-based assistance in special cases to offset the $10,000 tuition. I'm interested in hearing from students with special needs and their parents about how this support or program is impacting them. Specifically, I would like to understand how it helps and what the consequences of challenging behaviors might be. I ask because I work in public schools where many students, both with and without special needs, face challenges related to behavior. Additionally, I'm aware that in some private schools, students are sometimes expelled or removed due to behavioral issues, often because the school feels it cannot adequately meet a student's needs. In such cases, the removal may resemble expulsion, but is often influenced by specific circumstances. I've had plenty of kids come to me like, I've been kicked out of this school, I've been kicked out of Success Academy because I didn't know how to act. And then they come straight to 5th grade and they don't know how to fucking act. I tell you that much. But that's another conversation for another day. It's been a really great environment for us to test out the model and understand how it works with a diverse population, both racially and socially, economically, Price said of Brownsville. What we're really showing is artificial intelligence, and delivering education via that format is kind of a great equalizer. Messages seeking comment regarding Alpha from Brownsville School District officials, as well as the Federal Department of Education, were not returned. I wonder why. The American Federation of Teachers, the union that represents 1.8 million pre-K through 12th grade educators, said AI can be a powerful tool in classrooms so long as it's used safely and thoughtfully. Yet, no matter how advanced, it cannot replace the critical role of human educators. AFT Secretary-Treasurer Frederick Ingram told Newsweek in a statement, "Real consequential learning only happens when teachers and students collaborate in an atmosphere of mutual trust, charting a learning path forward together." Much like pencil and calculators, Ingram acknowledged AI is here to stay, like I said about keyboards, but said it only reach its full potential under the guidance of trained educators who know how to best integrate the technology into their classrooms. Some students at Alpha Brownsville are so pleased with their success and progress from past public school environments that they're working to open a high school effectively attempting to fill their own needs. 7th grader Savannah Marrero, now in her 3rd year at the school, wants to launch the new high school so she can continue her personal momentum after she felt stagnant at schools in Fort Worth and Dallas, she said. Cultivating that international motivation is a big part of Alpha's mission. And based on some early data, it's working. Price, the co-founder, told Fox News in March that Alpha classes were in the top 2% of test scores in the country. Students are universally surpassing education benchmarks and take Northwest Evaluation Association measures of academic progress, assessments that are aligned with Common Core standards, Swain added to Newsweek. They're learning the same things you could expect to learn in a public school or a different private school, she said. They're just learning it in a different way and at a faster pace. My issues with this is that data is not public at all. We don't know what she is saying is true, and there's no way to test what she is saying is true. So she could be talking out of her goddamn ass. No offense to the lady. I'm just, giving my opinion here. But, sometimes when it comes to education, you can fake a lot of fucking data. I've seen it happen. I know it can happen. You guys seen it happen. There's plenty of stories from that Harvard lady that fake data. There's plenty of stories from plenty of schools that have fake data to try and push their own scientific agenda. The traditional role of teachers has also been vastly reimagined, Price said, as Alpha Guides primarily provide motivational and emotional support rather than creating lesson plans, delivering lectures, or grading assignments. We believe kids are limitless, and we provide really high standards, she said. And we provide really high levels of support because our teachers have time to do that. That's what really special artificial intelligence is allowing us to raise human intelligence. Price said Alpha's growth reflects the increasing number of parents nationwide who want alternatives to traditional teaching methods. What was once a pet cause of niche subset of parents that exploded with the frustrations born out of the pandemic, she praised the Brownsville Independent School District, but she said its severely underfunded schools had ongoing challenges. Honestly, I think this might be a good thing for education in schools, but it has to be done in a way that helps all students, not just parents that have the money to pay for it. With the advancement of AI, lesson planning and education can be styled and personalized, but students still need mentors, coaches, and teachers to guide them towards critical thinking skills and interpersonal skills. And with the advancement of AI relationships, it's probably best if students learn the positives and negatives of technology before it's too late. Right now, we're dealing with people falling in love with AI, and I think that's important to teach children, especially children that you're putting it into an AI-powered school or AI-focused and guided school. Thank you for watching the video. Leave a comment below about your thoughts on AI in schools, or AI schools in general, or if teachers might be replaced by AI. Is it a good or bad thing? Remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel. Have a great day. Peace.